Next, we have the Saturn and Pluto conjunction. Saturn and Pluto will make their exact conjunction in Capricorn on January the 12th, 2020. Saturn-Pluto conjunctions are relatively rare events that happen approximately every 33 to 38 years and last slightly over 2 years. Saturn and Pluto are aligning for the first time since 1981. The time before that was 1947. So as you can see, this cycle is a big deal and has much to do with politics and renewal. Why do I say this? Well, the last Saturn-Pluto conjunction in 1981 heralded the birth of the internet and PC. And the one before that, in 1947, was the beginning of a new era after World War II. Next, we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. Jupiter and Pluto generally meet once every 13 years. However, in 2020, they will be meeting 3 times in the same year. They will meet on April the 4th, June the 30th, and November the 12th. Now, for these 2 planets to meet 3 times in one solar year is extremely rare. The last time Jupiter and Pluto met was once in December 2007, just before the start of the 2008 financial world crisis. The next time they will meet will be once again in the year 2033. So, as you can see, we are extremely lucky to be having a Jupiter-Pluto conjunction not once, but 3 times this year. Next, we have the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. When Saturn and Jupiter meet, it's called a great conjunction, as we've already established. Great conjunctions occur about every 20 years. Great conjunction years are always preceded by great changes here on Earth, hence the term great conjunction. However, not only are we going to have a Jupiter and Saturn great conjunction in 2020, incredibly, this great conjunction happens to fall on December the 21st, the time of our December solstice. This has not happened for thousands of years. Now, why is this significant, you might ask? Well, every year on the 21st of December, we have something called the solstice. On its own, this is an astrological special little event for many, many reasons. During this time of the year, the sun changes its celestial transitional path along the electromagnetic dome of our sky, starting on the 21st and ending on the 25th of December. Essentially, the sun allegorically dies on the 21st and is reborn on the 25th. In other words, the sun changes its frequency, setting the tone for the upcoming solar year. This little event marks the birth of the sun and a new solar year. It is also the shortest day of the year if you're in the northern hemisphere, or the longest day of the year if you're in the southern hemisphere. This event happens every year, but the energy shift is so subtle we barely consciously notice any change. But that's not the only solstice surprise of 2020. On the same day as the June 21st, 2020 solstice, we will also have an annular solar eclipse. Interestingly, we just had a very dramatic annular solar eclipse on the 26th of December 2019, just after the December solstice. Now, as you can already tell, the stage is set for cosmic drama in 2020. To have a rare 3,000-year triple conjunction, a 33-year Saturn-Pluto conjunction, a 13-year Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, and a 20-year Jupiter-Saturn great conjunction that happens to fall on the most significant solar day of the year, the December solstice, as well as an annular solar eclipse that also happens to fall on the exact same day as the June 2020 solstice, is incredibly mind-blowing, to say the least. There's no doubt, the celestial plot is undeniable and unmistakable. But wait, there's more. When Saturn and Jupiter great conjunctions happen every 20 years, they coincide with a certain zodiac constellation. Now, all great conjunctions, apart from one since 1802, occurred in Earth zodiac constellation signs. However, the next conjunction on December the 21st, 2020, will be at 0 degrees in the constellation of Aquarius, an air sign. Great conjunctions in air elements are part of a large 140-year transitional cycle. Now, all great conjunctions from 2020 to 2159 will remain in air signs. The fact that the 2020 solstice great conjunction will happen at 0 degrees of Aquarius is also incredibly significant. The 0 degree angle tells us that this is the beginning of something new, the beginning of the age of Aquarius, the beginning of the air energy signs. This is the age of air energy, advanced technology, intellectual social change, rapid social progression, and new concepts that reshape our entire political and socio-economic system. These energies will be incredibly powerful from the 21st of December 2020 to the year 2159, as all great conjunctions between this time frame will be in air signs. Furthermore, many mainstream astrologers are predicting that the 2020 Saturn-Jupiter great conjunction will be so close to one another that they will create what appears to be one large bright planet. This is because they will only be 7 arc minutes apart during this conjunction, which is extremely rarely close for such large and powerful bodies of energy, especially considering the day on which this is happening, the December solar solstice. So, let's just break all of this down one last time, so you get a full picture of the dramatic play that is about to unfold in 2020. 1. We're going to have a rare Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto triple conjunction in Capricorn that only happens once every 3,000 years. 2. We are also going to have a Saturn-Pluto conjunction that only happens every 33 years. 3. We're also going to have a Jupiter-Pluto conjunction that only happens every 13 years. And of course, we're going to have our 20-year Jupiter-Saturn great conjunction that happens to fall on the most significant solar day of the year, the December solstice. Furthermore, the December 21, 2020 solstice great conjunction also falls in the constellation of Aquarius at 0 degrees, marking the beginning of the age of Aquarius and the air energy signs for another 140 years from the year 2020 to the year 2159. Plus, the annular solar eclipse that also just happens to fall on the first day of the June 21st, 2020 solstice. I don't think there's much more that needs to be said. The stars speak for themselves, for those with the right knowledge and the eyes to see. Suffice to say, I'd be incredibly surprised if this crazy celestial drama that's about to unfold in the next coming year does not reflect as crazy drama here on Earth. After all, as above, so below. The drama that is going to unfold up there will reflect physically down here. In my next video, I'll be explaining how I think this 2020 celestial drama will physically unfold here on Earth. Happy 2020, everyone. Goodbye for now.
Can I make the prediction? 1,000 years ago, there was a great conjunction. I was there. 3 suns lined up. That's when the crystal cracked. That's when the Skeksis appeared. And the mystics. Another great conjunction coming up. Anything could happen. Whole world might burn up. Now, ask what the great conjunction is. What's the great conjunction?
What's the great conjunction? You tell me.
The great conjunction is the end of the world. Oh, the beginning? End, begin, all the same. Big change. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Now is the time for us to start co-creating, what we want. We've got to start manifesting what we want, not the superficial stuff, what soul's desires, what